back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how I do my foundation, contour, highlight, blush, all that jazz is going to be in this video. So as you can see, I do have some discoloration in my skin and a few blemishes on my chin. So the first thing I'm going to be going in with is my Clinique Gel Moisturizer. I always make sure that I go in with a moisturizer before I apply my foundation, just so that everything is nice and even and I don't have any foundation clinging in certain areas on my skin if there's any dry patches. So I just do a nice layer of that, and then I'll go in with my Makeup Forever Step 1 primer. And I just mainly focus this around my eyes, my nose, and my chin, mostly the places where my foundation breaks up. I'm going to go in with my Real Techniques foundation brush, and I'm going to spray some Fix Plus on there just for a nice dewy finish. And I'm going to use this Covergirl Stay Fab 3-in-1 foundation. It's a medium to full coverage type of foundation because it does have a concealer built into it, and you don't need to use a primer with this foundation. So the first thing that I usually do is I start dabbing the foundation on my skin and patting it, and then I'll go in and start buffing it into my skin. I always want to make sure that I go in and pat the foundation first and not just start rubbing, because that way you're going to get streaks, and that's not a cute look. I'll go in and take my powder brush by Morphe. I use it for foundation as well, and I'll just buff everything out. I'm using my Naked Skin Weightless Concealer. I use it in the second to lightest shade, I believe, for a nice even highlight underneath my eyes. I also put it under there to cancel out any redness and under eye circles. I also prime my eyes with a concealer. I always use a concealer when priming my eyes. I just feel like it works best for me. But whatever you like using, you do you, boo-boo. I'll also put it in between my eyebrows, down the bridge of my nose, my cupid's bow, and my chin, just to make sure that I'm highlighted in all those areas and everything's just flowing together. I'm using this Morphe Kabuki brush. It's like a foundation brush, but I use it for concealer because it gets the job done pretty fast, and I just blend it all out. I'll bring the concealer down a little bit more, and I make sure I get it in that little tear duct area. And then I'll go in with my Shade Light palette by Kat Von D and this Laura Geller brush. And I'm going to take the two lightest shades in the palette, and I'm going to set my under eye area. I'm obsessed with this little palette she came out with. It has been my lifesaver. It is so amazing. And I'll use this to set everything. I also bring it on my eyelids, just so that my eyeshadow it's not tacky when I go in with eyeshadow. I'm using this Morphe powder brush and my Mineralized Skin Finish by MAC in Medium Plus just to set the rest of my makeup so that it doesn't move throughout the day and I don't get oily, because I am very oily. I'm going to go back in with that Kat Von D Shade Light palette. I'm going to use her lightest contour shade that she has and a Morphe contour brush. And I'm just going to contour the hollows of my cheeks. I also bring it on the sides of my face, my forehead, and around my jawline, just to make sure that I am bronzed in those areas, because you just don't want to be super dark in your cheeks. You just want to make sure that everything's nice and just flowing together. I'm going to take this Morphe big powder brush, it's like a contour brush, and I make sure that I go over it just to blend out any harsh edges that might have happened during that contouring process. Now I'm taking this MAC blush, it's in the shade Gingerly, and I'm using this little short brush. I use it for blush, it's a beauty brush, and I just put this on the apples of my cheeks, a little dash on my nose. And now we're going to do some highlighting. This is Becca's Opal. I am obsessed with this highlighter, and now that Joplin Hill has came out with a new one, I just can't. I really can't. Look at this highlight. Are you serious? What? Oh yes. I'm feeling myself. Oh yes. put some of the highlight on the center of my forehead, down my nose, my cupid's bow, and my chin, just to make sure I'm highlighted pretty much everywhere on my face because I'm obsessed with highlighters, so I'm just going to put it everywhere I can. Like, look at that. Like, how can you deny that? Like, seriously, look at it. Look at it. Now I'm going to go in with this brush from Morphe as well, and I'm just going to clean up my contour because sometimes when you're blending out contour, it can fall down on the sides underneath your jawline, so I just want to clean it up. Blend that out, and now we're moving on to the brows. First thing I do is I take a spoolie and I will comb through my brows to make sure they are going the way that I want them to. My eyebrows are, I hate my eyebrows, like I can't. They grow crazy on my face, so I have to line underneath my eyebrow to define the shape that I actually desire. And then I'll just work from there. So basically all I'm doing is just lining under the brow just to give a nice arch. Now I'm going in with my Anastasia Dip Brow in Granite, and I use this little angle brush for my eyebrows. I fill in the outer edge of my brow with the dark shade, and then I'll go in with this little duo from Anastasia and fill in the rest. I turn my brush to the side and I start flicking it to give that more squared off look. And then I'm going to take my MAC little concealer pod and just clean up underneath my brow in case there's any imperfections there because I need to have perfect brow. Anyways, I'm going to take my Anastasia brow gel and I'm just going to comb through my brows, make sure that they're all combed through and they're not going anywhere because this is like super glue for brows. Obsessed. So yeah, basically I just finished the rest of my makeup and now I'm going to be using this NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream, and I'm sorry but I cannot pronounce the name to save my life, but it's like a baby pink color. It's really cute, and after that the look is complete. I hope you guys enjoyed the foundation routine. This is not my everyday foundation routine because I barely ever wear makeup when I'm at work or anywhere pretty much. So this is just my flawless foundation routine when I'm going out. If you guys have any questions, feel free to leave them down below, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!